afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this very snowy Tuesday afternoon.
I hope everybody's been safe in the storm. The kids had a snow day today. They're loving it. It's good for the ski hills, and then a lot of people are enjoying the snow. It's a little tricky, though, when you're traveling. It started falling overnight. It paused briefly around sunrise, and then it picked up in intensity as the day went on today.
We've deployed our News 3 Now staff out into the elements to cover all aspects of this winter storm. And in the next hour, we'll be hearing about the snow and how everybody is dealing with it.
And it's off to me, I think, now. Can you folks hear me? On our end, I think it's all over to Alex right now. Hey there, folks. Yes, we were first to start talking about this winter storm over 10 days ago, and, well, it is verifying. It's still snowing here at the station. I'm going to do a quick measurement here in a couple of spots. We got 6, we got 6.5, we've got about 6, so just about 6 to 6.5 inches. We're also first here, folks, to show a new graphic system here to help us show the weather out here in the patio. We're going to do it all from the patio. Our 3 things you need to know, still looking at 6 to 10 inches in total with this winter storm. Maybe another inch or 2 Wednesday night, and then we're watching another weather system for 2 to 6 inches as we go Friday night going on into your Saturday, and then followed by bitterly cold temperatures. Alert day conditions will carry on through tonight, lasting at least into the wee hours of your Wednesday morning for all of southern Wisconsin. Could be looking at, again, a few more inches of snow accumulation out there. Let's see what we got here in Doppler track, at least in Dane County. You see those darker bands, maybe some brief breaks out towards Mount Horeb, out towards Cross Plains, just north and west on Highway 14. But we will continue to see more snow throughout tonight. This is a really interesting graphic to show our friends at the Storm Prediction Center, where they normally focus on severe weather like tornado prediction. They actually are outlining the adverse winter conditions over southern Wisconsin for the continuation of up to 1 inch per hour snowfall rates here, folks. And that's why we have the winter storm warnings till 6 a.m. over southwestern Wisconsin, ends a little bit earlier over south central Wisconsin at 3 a.m., a little bit later to the south and west because they have the bluffs in southwestern Wisconsin. That blowing and drifting tends to be a bit more out there. And then here's what we're looking forward to after we get past this weather system, with the bad driving conditions starting to end on your Wednesday morning. We're eyeing up another 1 to 2 inches of snow for Wednesday night going into Thursday. And then we have another winter storm and bitterly cold temperatures to track coming up in Maine weather. But our friend Jacob Montesano is out in the elements just like we are. Jacob, what do you got out there for road conditions?
Yeah, the roads are definitely very snow covered, and if we take a look at the road right here, the snowplow just went through, and there's still snow because the snow is pretty much kind of stuck to the road, and that's also the case here on the driveway. But if you look just behind me, I do have to point out that the snow is gorgeous. It is sticking to pretty much every single tree branch out there, so it feels like a winter wonderland out here. So if you don't have anywhere to go, I would advise at least take a peek outside and enjoy the snowfall. Also, if you look down at my feet, this is an 8-inch ruler. Now, these are more snowdrifts rather than the standing snow, but I'm just going to put that all the way in, and it pretty much disappears. So we got about at least 8-inch snowdrifts, closer to 10-inch snowdrifts, with around 6 inches of standing snow. So we are seeing quite a bit of snow, and there's still more to come.
All right, Jacob, thank you. Be careful out there. The city of Madison has declared a snow emergency, and that will affect where you can park tonight.
Our Eric Franke drew the short straw this afternoon. He's live on a very quiet State Street downtown with more on what that means. Hi, Eric.
Yeah, I think really this should have been Mark's assignment tonight, being that this is his last week. I think we should have put him out here in this stuff. But, you know, I think Jacob hit it on the head. It's beautiful out here. I mean, if you look up at the Capitol, it is a beautiful sight. It's a beautiful snowfall, but it's also a mess, and it can be treacherous for people that are trying to travel down here. We got some video a little bit ago of State Street. If we can take that, it's a pretty day down here. There's not a lot of foot traffic down here. You kind of hear the buzz of snow removal equipment off in the distance. The occasional plow comes around the Capitol Square, but the city of Madison basically has shut down all those essential non-essential services. That includes places like your libraries, your offices, public parks, emergency services, of course. Police, fire department still active, ready to provide assistance if needed. Madison Metro, we've seen several buses going by here today. Not very many people on them. Most people are heeding the advice to stay home as much as possible, but those buses are running. If you do need a bus for whatever reason, be patient. Some of them are running just a bit late. Madison, of course, no trash or recycling collection today. The drop-off site also closed. That's so they can dedicate more resources to snow removal. Got more snow coming later in the week, so make updates on trash collection and recycling. They'll announce those at a later date. Now, we talked about the snow emergency declaration. The next 2 nights, alternate side parking. Most people know what this means. 1 a.m. tonight, that's the 10th. You want to park, if you have to park on the street, on the even side of the street. Then on the 11th, the next night, 2 nights of this, park on the other side of the street, the odd-numbered side of the street, from 1 a.m. to 7. If you need to park in a city garage, those are free from 9 at night until 7 in the morning. Other than that, you'll have to pay to park in those. But it's a lot of activity going on down here as far as snow removal. Not a lot of foot traffic. People heeding those warnings to stay home, but it is a very quiet early evening around the Capitol Square. Mark, Susan?
And it sure is pretty.
Yeah, that's good news. People are staying home. Thank you, Eric. Weather played the role in a deadly crash near Cambridge this morning. It happened on State Highway 18 at Hope Lake Road in the town of Oakland. One person died with a semi and SUV hitting head-on. Road conditions are said to be contributing to the factor in that crash. Thankfully, there have been few serious crashes in our area.
Our Catherine Merck is out on a live drive this afternoon. She's monitoring the highway and road conditions. Catherine, how is it out there tonight?
Hello to the newsroom. I'm here on University heading toward downtown. I'm going to flip my camera around so you can see exactly what I'm seeing. Right now, cars are going pretty slow down University, but the road conditions aren't as bad as what I would think they would be if it was icy. This is a wet, damp snow, so it's fairly easy getting around compared to if it was icy out. Still something to keep an eye out as you make your way home tonight. Go slow on the roads like some of these cars are around me, and make sure to also check for vehicles around you. As we were heading down the Beltline earlier, some larger vehicles that were driving pretty fast by us would sort of brush snow onto our windshield and make it difficult for us to be able to see on our own car. So make sure you're driving slow and looking out for those around you on the way home. The biggest issue, I'd say, if you're driving is visibility. When we were on the Beltline earlier, about a quarter mile ahead of us was the most difficult for us to see. Right now on University, as you can see, visibility is low and the distance there. In the rest of our newscast, we're going to continue to cover road conditions on this live drive. Make sure to stick with us at 5 and 6 o'clock. Reporting on University, I'm Catherine Merck, News 3 Now.
And we got a quick shot of Lance there doing the driving.
Good job.
Good job. You guys stay safe out there. There was a semi-truck crash early this morning that led to power outages in parts of Fitchburg. The semi slid off the 3000 block of South Seminole Highway at about 1:15. hitting a power pole that brought down some lines. No one was hurt, but several people in the Seminole Highway and McKee Road corridor lost power overnight. Most of them, luckily, had their power back on by about 7:30 this morning. Air travelers are always concerned about delayed or canceled flights when we have weather like this.
Our Jalen Banks is at the Dane County Regional Airport monitoring this situation there. Jalen.
No different than how this snow has impacted travel on the ground. As you'd imagine, it's impacted air travel as well. I received a statement from the Dane County Regional Airport, and they say that there are quite a few delays for both arrivals and departures. We're proud to report that despite the constant snowfall, our crews are maintaining a safe runway environment and that none of today's delays are as a result of runway conditions here in Madison. We're encouraging passengers to check with their airline for the status of their individual flight. For those still planning to come to the airport, leave early and allow plenty of time for the drive-in given the current road conditions. And tonight at 5, we'll catch up with one passenger who's had their flight plans delayed due to the snowstorm that we're seeing. Reporting at the Dane County Regional Airport, Jalen Banks, News 3 Now.
Jalen, thank you. And today's snow forced more than 150 schools to close across southern Wisconsin, giving kids a day off.
We go back out now to the field to our Kyle Pazorski, who met with some taking in all the fun in the snow.
I'm here out at Elver Park enjoying the snow day, just like a lot of kids here in the Madison metro area. We went over to Cherokee Heights Middle School earlier today and met with some kids there. They are also enjoying the sledding conditions. Here's what some of them had to say about it.
I'm happy that the superintendent decided to today be a good snow day.
Yeah, it's fun when there's a snow day because then you get to sled
letting all the boring adults are inside.
Back over at Elver Park, even adults couldn't hold back the excitement for the snow, one building a snowman. Others supervising, all to make sure the day in the snow goes well.
Kids love sledding. They were like up in the morning, like woke up and were like, let's go sledding.
Is this better than going to school, do you think?
Oh, I'm sure they love it better than going to school.
Obviously, though, if you are going to be going outside today and having your kids go outside, make sure that they bundle up, getting a hat, gloves, jacket, anything like that. Reporting on Madison's west side, Kyle Pazorski, News 3 Now.
Fun in the snow.
A lot of people love it.
Well, there's other news today, including former President Trump back in court today.
When we come back, he's trying to get the election interference case dismissed. We'll have the details when Live at 4 continues.
The bag is back at Menards. Get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag, from household items and pet toys to power tools and even your favorite snacks. Get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag. This deal won't last long. Hurry in to get your bag and see how much you can save. Sale ends January 14th.
Save big money at Menards.
At Gruber Law Offices, we know how to win. Real cases, real results. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Get ready, Madison. Madison Magazine's Winter Restaurant Week is here. Over 40 restaurants will showcase 3-course meals from $30 with 15 restaurants serving lunch. Plus, enjoy the perfect pairings with wine and more from E&J Gallo. Check our online guide on MadisonMagazine.com to see which places offer takeout and dine-in. Save the dates, January 22nd through the 26th. Madison Magazine's Winter Restaurant Week, where good times and great meals come together. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund, and supporting sponsor, Roth Cheese.
Interested in an electric vehicle? Bergstrom has the largest selection of electric vehicles and a team you can trust. Buy with confidence and complete peace of mind from Wisconsin's #1 automotive retailer. Bergstrom Automotive, driven to deliver gas, hybrid, or electric.
Your logo can identify your company, inspire your customers, and energize your team. We're 4imprint, and we can help your logo create moments that matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
These are the faces that smile so wide at the friends and staff who are by their side, where life is lived with a feeling of pride on every bump of life's great ride that comes from the care that sweetens the air that lives in the house that angels built. Attic Angel Community, independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living built with the help of angels.
Choice Hotels is a family of brands that helps you get the most for your money so you can be any traveler you want to be. You could be a free hot breakfast hero at a comfort hotel. Yes! That's how you waffle! A romantic weekend escaper at a Cambria hotel. Or Mr. Get the Party Started. Hey! Be a pool lounger. Or a big room relaxer. With 22 brands and the best value for your money, Choice Hotels has a stay for any you. Book direct at choicehotels.com, where travels come true. Gotta get the corners.
If you've been injured, you need a trusted team to get you the results you deserve. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Welcome back. It's not just the Madison area seeing the snow today.
Our Maddie Heimsch is in Rock County tonight, monitoring the weather a little further south of us and talking to people there about what defines a weather emergency. Hi, Maddie. How does it look there tonight?
Yeah, here in Beloit, we're definitely seeing some of those big snowflakes as well as some wind picking up. The snow is turning to slush as it hits the ground a little bit. The roads behind me and the sidewalks are getting pretty slippery. But otherwise, yeah, definitely that wet, heavy snow down here. Earlier today, I spoke with Beloit Deputy Public Works Director Brian Peterson, who told me the plows here in Beloit are operating on a 24-hour schedule. They sent their first crew out at 2 a.m. and nonstop plowing should continue until tomorrow afternoon. He told me a little bit about what goes into declaring a winter weather emergency.
So there's a lot that goes into it, but it's really kind of getting with our staff, our experts in the field for the city here, and kind of having that discussion and being open about their feelings on what they've seen in the past, what they would like to do moving forward, and what they think is the safest and best interest for the city.
Factors that go into a declared emergency include storm duration, accumulation, air temperature, road temperature, and iciness. Peterson says the safety of residents is always top priority. On News 3 Now at 5, we'll learn more about what makes a winter weather emergency and how Rock County prepares for a storm like this one. Until then, I'll be out here monitoring the snow in Beloit. I'm Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
We will see you next hour, Maddie. Thank you. Former President Donald Trump was back in court again today, trying to get the election interference case tossed out. The more than 1 hour long hearing examined whether Trump is immune from criminal prosecution for the events leading up to January 6th. Trump's attorneys are trying to make the case that presidents cannot be prosecuted for actions taken while they're in office. His attorneys say the only time a president can be prosecuted is if Congress first impeaches and convicts him or her, an assertion that the government called scary.
If a president has to look over his shoulder or her shoulder every time he or she has to make a controversial decision and worry, after I leave office, am I going to jail for this? When my political opponents take power, that inevitably dampens the ability of the president.
If, as I understood my friend on the other side to say here, a president orders his SEAL team to assassinate a political rival and resigns, for example, before an impeachment, not a criminal act.
The D.C. Court of Appeals is not expected to issue its ruling today, though it may be a quick decision, as Trump's January 6th case is scheduled for early March, right in the middle of the primary election season. Trump says the criminal cases are political attacks to keep him out of the White House.
An ongoing inspection of Boeing 737 MAX 9s is turning up loose bolts on the grounded jets. Investigators are honing in on the 4 bolts that should have kept the door panel from flying off this Alaskan Airlines plane last Friday. CBS News has learned United has found loose bolts on at least 5 airliners, and Alaska turned up what it calls loose hardware on some of its MAX 9 fleet. Former FAA Administrator Billy Nolan says consumers should be reassured.
Overarchingly, this is a very safe set of aircraft, and I would have no hesitation or reservation in saying to the flying public that the 737 is a safe airplane to fly.
Another day with the 737 MAX 9 grounded meant hundreds more flight cancellations at airports across the country, a situation that's likely to continue for several more days.
Irish singer-songwriter Sinead O'Connor died from natural causes. A London coroner's office confirmed those autopsy results today. London's Metropolitan Police had said the singer's death was not considered suspicious after she was found unresponsive at a home in London on July 26th. Sinead O'Connor was 56 years old.
The nation's first mission to return astronauts to the moon in over half a century is being pushed back. NASA officials announced that Artemis 2, which is designed to send humans back into orbit around the moon, is now set for September of next year instead of later this year. Artemis 3, which was scheduled to send humans to the lunar South Pole in late 2025, has been bumped to September 2026. NASA Administrator Bill Nelson explained the reason for the delays at an afternoon teleconference.
Safety is our top priority, and to give Artemis teams more time to work through the challenges with first-time developments, operations, and integration, we're going to give more time on Artemis 2 and 3.
Administrator Nelson says the 4 astronauts selected for the Artemis 2 mission continue to train for the trip. They include 3 Americans and 1 Canadian. Stocks were mixed today on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials fell 157 points, but the Nasdaq managed a nearly 14-point gain. The S&P 500 was off 7 points. Well, the UW men's basketball team has jumped to number 15 in this week's AP poll.
That after they beat Iowa and Nebraska in back-to-back games last week. One of the big storylines from Saturday's 83-72 win over Nebraska was the performance of Connor Essegian, who has been in a little bit of a slump lately. He scored 12 points at that game. Senior Tyler Wall told our Zach Hanley during a taping of the Wisconsin Huddle how Essegian made his way back into Coach Guard's good graces.
He took Coach Guard's criticism, what he needed to get better at. He did it in practice, and he got out there in the game. And then when he finally had that pass to him, he didn't really have to worry about it too much, and he could let a few of those deep bombs fly, and then they went in, and it was awesome to see and have him smiling, have him celebrating, doing what he does out there.
The Badgers will travel to Columbus tomorrow to play the Buckeyes and will host the Wildcats on Saturday.
Well, still to come at 4, we have our Traveler Throwback Report.
Yes, we do. We're going to go back exactly 40 years ago to January 9th, 1984. Look a little familiar? Mm-hmm. That's coming up after Alex's forecast.
We are Dane County. We are Madison, McFarland, Sun Prairie. We are Waunakee, Stoughton, Middleton, Deerfield, and everywhere in between. We are committed to being unique in supporting the value when families share the memories of family and friends at the loss of a loved one. We are Crest Funeral and Cremation Service. More than just a funeral home, we are the people you know and trust to help families before, during, and after the loss of a loved one. Learn more at crestfuneralservice.com.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something on the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This new year is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
A logo can do more than identify your company. It can connect in meaningful ways, energize your team, and inspire your customers. We're 4imprint, and we know your logo on the right product can create moments that matter. With 30 years of experience and thousands of products to choose from, we guarantee your order will be right the first time, on time, and for a great price. Be certain that the right moments will matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Well, take a look at this. Not everything falling out of the sky has to be shoveled. A flock of synchronized starlings were spotted over southern Turkey as the group of birds swirled across the evening sky together. The phenomenon of a massive synchronized group of birds flying in a pattern is known as a murmuration and often happens at sunset. The video footage captured the birds swooping together, creating a mesmerizing, ever-changing cloud.
It is mesmerizing watching that. You made a good point earlier today saying, which bird leads that off?
Who's leading the pack here?
Yeah,
hard to say. Yeah. And I don't think those birds are going to be flying in groves like that around here right now. There's too much snow on their wings.
We got other stuff flying.
Nanook from the north, all bundled up.
Yeah, normally I've got the suit jacket on, but I got to get out to the patio. We've got to talk about the rest of this winter storm, another winter storm, and bitterly cold.
Wow. Great. Do you have to?
Fortunately.
We'll be right back.
Join Dr. Ashish M. Raval on January 11th at 5:30 p.m. to learn about the causes of shoulder pain and pain relief options. To register for the free online educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
Family-owned Brothers Maine knows choosing appliances for a remodel or new build can be exciting and overwhelming. Our experienced staff has experienced it all as we've guided thousands of area families through appliance selection. Brothers Maine has a larger inventory and low-price deals that consistently beat competitors, including Big Box. You heard me, Big Box can't beat our prices. From sales to install, Brothers Maine does it all. Feel great about your purchases and feel like family at Brothers Maine.
Do you feel stuck in a cold and drafty home? Well, there's a better solution than just turning up the heat. Because heating your home is by far the most expensive part of your energy bills. At USA Insulation, we fix cold homes. Most houses are built with builder's grade insulation. So when we fill your walls with our high efficiency foam, your house stays warm without turning up the heat, which saves you a lot of money. And right now, we can insulate your home for as little as $99 per month.
USA Insulation.
$579 breaths to show them your stuff. Every breath matters. Don't let RSV take your breath away. Protect yourself from RSV with Abrysvo, Pfizer's RSV vaccine. Abrysvo is a vaccine for the prevention of lower respiratory disease from RSV in people 60 years and older. RSV can be serious if you are 60 or older. Having asthma, COPD, diabetes, or heart disease puts you at even higher risk. Abrysvo is not for everyone and may not protect all who receive the vaccine. Don't get Abrysvo if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its ingredients. People with a weakened immune system may have a decreased response to Abrysvo. The most common side effects are tiredness, headache, pain at the injection site, and muscle pain. Ask your pharmacist or doctor about Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo. Visit these retailers or find other retailers near you at abrysvo.com.
Join Dr. Ashish M. Raval on January 11th at 5:30 p.m. to learn about the causes of shoulder pain and pain relief options. To register for the free online educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, there, folks, it verified. The First Warn Weather Team, 10 days ago, we started talking about this weather system. We were first to warn about it, and here we are. Leading up to the event, we were tracking totals first as well, and let's just take a couple measurements here. I was doing it before. To measure it, you want to do it a couple times, at least 10 times, and I'm getting 6, 7.5. I got a couple of 7s, and I think I had an 8. Had an 8 over there. That's here at the studio. We've had snowfall coming down at the rate of about 1 inch per hour here, and some new nifty graphics here. First to use them here in Madison as well, so that we can actually do the full weather and be out in the elements here on the patio. Windy, 6 to 10 inches of snow. We're verifying that right now here, folks. 1 to 2 inches are expected on your Wednesday night, with another 2 to 6 inches expected with yet another winter storm that the First Warn Weather Team we were warning about. We're still tracking that, and then the bitterly cold temperatures next week. Of course, alert day number 1 here. This is for all of southern Wisconsin. Wisconsin for upwards of 6 to 10 inches of snow. That's through tonight. The blowing and the drifting of the snow will last into the Wednesday morning time frame. So it probably will be a tough go on your Wednesday morning as well if you need to get to work and school. Seeing some lightning up here in our Doppler track across Dane County. Maybe a little bit of a heavier band to the north. Our friends up towards DeForest, a little bit lighter, our friends down towards Edgerton and McFarland. But we will see this ebb and flow with the snowfall through the rest of the evening. We still want to point this out. This is a really unique situation here. The Storm Prediction Center usually is focusing on severe weather, and they are. They're having severe weather down south with this weather system, but they're also outlining southern Wisconsin for snowfall rates of 1 inch per hour, and we have seen that here at the studios, and the winds are really roaring behind me as well. Winter storm warnings in effect through the early part of your Wednesday morning, lasting until 6 a.m. over southwestern Wisconsin and 3 a.m. here over south central Wisconsin. Impacts tonight, the 6 to 10 inches of snow, the roaring winds up to 35 miles per hour, and then that at least the temperatures, they're not too bad. So not bitterly cold with this weather system. And 1 to 2 inches of snow are expected as we go on into your Wednesday night, into your Thursday to get you ahead of that weather event. Again, conditions will slowly improve in the snow department tonight with high temperatures tomorrow around 30 degrees. Here's some of those wind gusts. We've got 20, 25, 28, 31 in Madison, 32 in Mineral Point. So that's verifying those wind gusts that we were saying could get upwards of 30 to 35 miles per hour. Visibility down to 3/4 of a mile, half a mile across much of the area, down to 3/4 of a mile over portions of southwestern Wisconsin. So moderate snow out there right now. Future track showing the snow carrying on here as we move on to 7, 8 o'clock. Then as we move towards the wee hours of your Wednesday morning, that snow kicks on out of here, but those gusty winds will stick around through your Wednesday. We verified with the 6 to 10 inches of snow that we've been talking about for a couple of days, especially for areas along and south of U.S. Highway 151, which I mentioned a couple of days ago would likely be our target. Again, alert day impacts here, at least not having the bitterly cold conditions, but again, eyeing up that 1 to 2 inch snow event as we go on into your Thursday. Then the next winter storm here, 2 to 6 inches expected Thursday night, going on into your Friday, going on into your Saturday morning across all of southern Wisconsin, especially for areas south and east towards, down towards the Wisconsin-Illinois border. We'll turn our attention to that one once we get through this one. And then bitterly cold temperatures as cold as 25 below zero Sunday morning, Monday morning, Tuesday morning, and Wednesday morning, which we see here in our 7 to 10 day forecast. And as we carry out into the time frame here, look as we go out into the end of the weekend, going out into next week, high temperatures struggling to get above zero as we head out towards the holiday. Finally, we break into temperate teens, if we want to call it that, once we get past that bitterly cold conditions Thursday going on into your Friday. So we'll be tracking the weather all night here in the patio, keeping you folks up to date on this winter storm, which again, the First Warn Weather Team started talking about 10 days ago.
All right. Keep us posted. Thank you, Alex.
Thanks, Alex.
A reminder, the city of Madison has declared a snow emergency.
Let's rejoin our Eric Franke. He's live downtown. Pretty quiet downtown tonight, Eric. How are things looking?
It's kind of nice, actually. I mean, nobody gives Gary and his guys a harder time if they're off by like an inch on the snow or the storm misses us than I am, right? I love to give Gary a hard time, but they nailed this one. And I'll tell you, what impresses me is that they got the consistency of this snow right. It is that heavy, wet snow Gary was talking about to be prepared for yesterday. And Alex, we were working on New Year's Day, and he said 8 days out, 9 days out, we might be looking at this. So kudos to them for getting this right. But the consistency of this snow is something to keep in mind as you clear your walks and your driveways. I've seen the city clearing this in stages. So when the Capitol stairs get cleared off, nobody then for a couple hours, then they come out, do a little more. The sidewalk crews doing around State Street. And certainly the plows have been periodic out here, not constant, but every once in a while. And what they're doing is they're doing it in stages, because when you have this heavy stuff and it applies to your driveway and your sidewalks as well, here's a snowball I made. It is beautiful for snowballs. We've got a kid making a snowman up on the Capitol lawn. It's a very picturesque scene down here on the Capitol Square. But do it in phases as you clear your own walks. We've had medical professionals asking us to pass along to folks out there to be very careful as they clear their walks and driveways because of the heavy nature of this snowfall. If you do a little this morning, hopefully you had a chance to maybe go clear your driveway a little bit more this afternoon. You don't want to try to get all of this snow at once because it will be very heavy and very difficult. Also, we know what this can do to snow blowers. A lot of you have your snow blowers out there and you're trying to clear this stuff. Even if you have one of those powerful monster dual stage snow blowers, you know how they can get stuck, and we feel ridiculous having to remind people from Wisconsin every year to be extra cautious when they're clearing their driveways. We know you know what you're doing. You've done this before, but be careful when you're clearing out those snow blowers because every year people end up in the emergency room as well trying to get their snow blowers functional by reaching into the wrong spot. So be careful. Do this in stages as the plows continue to work around the Capitol Square. Mark and Susan?
And it wouldn't be Madison if we didn't see a guy on a bike go right behind you.
I've seen at least 5. I've seen at least 5.
It is so pretty downtown. I want to go down and take a walk and just take some pictures.
Well,
it's
do
beautiful.
it tomorrow.
Okay.
It is.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Eric.
When we come back, we go way back, 40 years to a very similar situation.
And then coming up next hour at 5, we'll update what's happening with today's storm. Stay with us.
About $100 off a complete pair, frame and lenses. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
I'm Jonathan Lawson, here to tell you about life insurance through the Colonial Penn program. If you're age 50 to 85 and looking to buy life insurance on a fixed budget, remember the 3 Ps.
The 3 what?
The 3 Ps.
What are the 3 Ps?
The 3 Ps of life insurance on a fixed budget are price, price, and price. A price you can afford, a price that can't increase, and a price that fits your budget.
I'm 54 and was a smoker, but quit. What's my price?
You can get coverage for $9.95 a month.
I'm 65, retired, and take medications. What's my price?
Also $9.95 a month.
I just turned 80 and I'm on a fixed income. What's my price?
$9.95 a month for you too. If you're age 50 to 85, call now about the #1 most popular whole life insurance plan available through the Colonial Penn program. Options start at $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. You cannot be turned down because of your health. No medical exam, no health questions. Your acceptance is guaranteed. And this plan has a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, so your rate can never go up for any reason. Options start at $9.95 a month. Plus, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So call now for free information, and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Use this valuable guide to record your important information and give helpful direction to your loved ones with your final wishes. And it's yours free, just for calling. So call now for free information.
Call 1-800-914-3131 for your free information and your free gift. That's 1-800-914-3131. There's no risk or obligation. 1-800-914-3131. Call now.
New at 5, Madison is officially under a snow emergency. We have crews out in the field bringing you the latest road conditions and closures as the year's first winter storm hits.
And we're tracking multiple alert days for more snow and bitterly cold temperatures. I have all the winter storm details this evening.
And ahead at 6, canceled school, working from home, sledding, and drinking hot cocoa. News 3 now shares what Wisconsinites are doing on this epic snow day. That's tonight at 6.
Well, on a normal day, we'd be right in the middle of rush hour traffic.
Yeah, but this is not a normal day, so let's check in again with our Catherine Merck. She's live with an update on road conditions. Catherine, where are you in Lance now?
Hi, Mark and Susan. We just made our way all the way west on the Beltline, starting over at John Nolan, and now I'm going to flip my camera around so you can see where I am. It's a pretty open road here north of Highway 12 out of Middleton. Not a lot of snow impacting our commute right now. The roads are pretty wet. However, that wet, damp snow that Alex is talking to us about is definitely making a little bit of an easier commute, as if it were icy outside. So roads are clear right now and things are okay. As it starts to get darker, the snow also has eased up a little bit compared to when we were out here a couple hours ago. So is a little bit easier as we continue this drive. Something to be note for sure as you head home this evening. It's starting to get dark. Make sure to keep it slow and look out for drivers around you to make sure that your commute is the safest it can be in this winter storm. We're going to continue to provide updates as we head down the Beltline and other busy roads the rest of the evening. Reporting in Madison, I'm Catherine Merck, News 3 Now.
Be careful out there.
Yeah, thanks, Catherine.
Snow means slow.
Yeah. Good to see there's a little progress on the roads.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, exactly 40 years ago today, January 9th, 1984, Madison had to dig out from another big snowstorm. Sound familiar?
January 9th, 1984 was a Monday, and I ventured out to get some snow shoveling tips. Here's our Traveler Throwback Report.
There's nothing like looking out your window on a Monday morning and seeing a fresh snowfall covering the trees and the sidewalk and the driveway and your car. Everyone, it seems, shovels a little differently. Everyone has their own technique.
When it's only this much, I go straight down the middle and I just finish it up like this.
If it's heavier, then?
If it's soft, I have a snowblower. An electric one. It's like a vacuum cleaner.
That's a thought. Vacuum your driveway.
Well, I go down that way first, then I get started, then I go on both sides.
We noticed a lot of this technique today. Just shovel enough to get your car out.
Well, my wife is going to work. And then I'm going to leave. I won't have time to clean it all up. And I don't want the tracks,
Yeah.
You know the tracks are, they tack down and then you got them.
So you just makes a lot of sense. Only you have to stay inside those tracks when you back out. It didn't work too well here. And while we're on the subject of cars, make sure you brush your car off before you shovel. Otherwise, you end up with more snow back on the driveway. We noticed a keeping up with the Joneses syndrome. In the summer, it's who's got the best lawn. In the winter, it's who's got the cleanest driveway. It gets so bad, some people even shovel out the road. And then there are the mechanical shovels. Some snow blowers seem too big for the job and for the operator. Others seem too small for both. With a snow blower, you usually end up with more snow on you than off to the side. And where do you aim it? Up against the house. We did run across one shoveler today that elevates snow shoveling to a science. From the shovel used to the grip.
I use the overlapping grip like that, like I do on a golf club, instead of the interlocking.
So you're kind of working on your golf game.
Yeah, that's right. Helps out a lot.
Russ also shovels the snow back from the sidewalk so it doesn't melt and turn back into ice. And he salts it all down.
So I'm always right down to the concrete, which not too many people are.
You got this down to real science, don't you?
Yeah, oh yeah. When you're retired, you got to make a big project out of little things.
Russ can't wait for it to snow again. Mark Kane, News 3, traveling in Madison.
It's so true. Everybody does have their own technique.
About the technique.
Yes, it is.
And that was just like 4 inches of fluff. So that was this is going to be a rough shovel.
And that's something, though, 40 years ago today.
To the day.
Wow.
And if you have to shovel, the bad news is there's a lot of snow. The worst news is it's heavy and wet.
We'll get some tips on how to shovel safely from a health standpoint when UW Health's Dr. Jeff Potoff joins us. That's when Live at 4 continues. Wonder what his technique is.
We'll find out.
The bag is back at Menards. Get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag, from household items and pet toys to power tools and even your favorite snacks. Get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag. This deal won't last long. Hurry in to get your bag and see how much you can save. Sale ends January 14th.
can do more than identify your company. It can connect in meaningful ways, energize your team, and inspire your customers. We're 4imprint, and we know your logo on the right product can create moments that matter. With 30 years of experience and thousands of products to choose from, we guarantee your order will be right the first time, on time, and for a great price. Be certain that the right moments will matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Want to instantly look more attractive, years younger, and even healthier? The solution is whiter teeth. Even teeth that are just a little yellow are a problem. They rob your appearance, make you look older, and can hurt your confidence. But you love coffee and tea, maybe even wine or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs, the fast 5-minute revolutionary treatment.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised. My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. He said, "What have you been trying?" I said, "Well, I've tried this product called Power Swab." And he said, "I can't believe how white your teeth are." So from that point on, I've been sold.
My absolute favorite thing was how easy it was. It takes literally less than 5 minutes.
Power Swabs has made a really big difference in lifting the stains and making my smile more beautiful.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. And after 5-minute daily treatments for the next week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Plus, unlike other whitening methods, Power Swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. Power Swabs are easier on your gums and cause less sensitivity.
I've used strips and trays, and they both gave me really sensitive teeth. With the Power Swabs, I've been using them for a week and nothing. I had hot coffee this morning and ice cream last night and no problems.
It's time to discover what you've been missing. Now, it's your turn to get started with Power Swabs.
I like my smile. I like my smile after finishing the Power Swabs.
This is a Power Swab smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now to receive 50% off this new year. You'll also receive the Power Swabs Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. And in addition, you will also get free shipping. Order right now and take the Power Swabs 5-minute challenge. If your teeth aren't a full 2 shades whiter after your first application, simply return it and you'll get your money back.
All right, folks, traffic is not an easy go here across the Beltline right now. We're about 25 miles per hour slower than normal, and the same here eastbound and southbound on I-39 down towards Janesville at about 60 miles per hour, and also a pretty slow go of things to the north and to the west. So take it easy on the roadways if you have to even be on the roadways, and we can get rid of our graphics there here. And I think our first Warren resident snow plow is coming through here. This will be
yeah. So when you snow plow, you should try to focus on the top layer. So when you get the top layer off, not too bad. But if we look back here, there's a lot of snow frozen to the ground. It's really hard to get off. But the good thing is that tires usually have good traction on this kind of snow, so just don't worry about it. The other thing I want to point out for you kids that like playing in the snow, it's very good packing snow. The one problem is that if you have a snowball stationary for too long, it can get pretty hard. Now, I just made that, so that's okay. But be careful that the snowball isn't too hard, or else you could hurt your fellow friend or sister or brother. So maybe not aim at the face. Body shots only. Yeah. Very good job.
Boys playing in the snow.
Jacob, you're in trouble.
Thanks, guys. Well, it seems like it's the heavy snow is the heavy variety, and that can make shoveling a challenge. We already did that. Yeah. It seems common sense here in January in Wisconsin, but it's advice worth repeating. Every year, people die of a heart attack during or just after snow removal.
No, it is a serious thing, actually. In fact, 11,000 people were treated in emergency rooms for snow shoveling incidents just last year.
UW Health's Dr. Jeff Potoff is joining us via Zoom. We're telling people to stay off the road, and he's heeding that advice. Thanks for being with us.
Hi, Dr. Potoff.
Good to see you guys.
So what's a safe way to shovel? First, I guess you got to warm up.
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, maybe do some stretches. No, in all seriousness, I think it is really kind of, instead of grabbing the shovel and going out there, because that's just what you do. It's Wisconsin. We've got a snowfall. Put a little thought into it. If you're on the older side of things, if you've got comorbid medical conditions, particularly breathing problems, or maybe even cardiac problems, trying to shovel 6 inches of heavy wet snow could be enough to cause a heart attack. We don't want to see that. Best is to take it in bite pieces. So every couple of inches, maybe you get out there and shovel. Better yet, find the neighbor kids, see if they'll shovel for you. And if you really are deconditioned and this is too much for you, just don't take the chance. Find an alternative way to get that snow removed. Don't put your health in jeopardy trying to clear the snow.
What are some of the warning signs that you might be having a problem?
You know, usually the first warning sign you're going to have is shortness of breath. And, you know, that can sometimes be hard to recognize because I think we all expect to, you know, get a little worked up when we're shoveling snow. But then typically a lot of people will sense this kind of deep pain in the center of their chest. Sometimes that pain can radiate to the jaw, to the arm. But, you know, some individuals, especially women, they don't always get those classic chest pain signs. They might just feel a little bit nauseous, like they're going to throw up. You know, if that happens, it seems unlikely that you just get nauseous randomly shoveling snow. That might be your equivalent or your warning sign that your heart's just not tolerating what you're trying to do right now.
And it's also cold. You know, you have to deal with that.
Yeah, it's cold. The snow is wet. So, you know, if you don't have waterproof clothing, lots of times you can get wet and cold. That's not a good combination. You know, the other thing that we see on days like this where it gets a little bit slippery is people will fall. You want to be careful with that. If you've got, you know, frail bones or osteoporosis, we sometimes see hip fractures. And then oftentimes folks, you know, walking the dog, they're going down the sidewalk, they sense themselves slipping, they reach out their arm, they fall on their wrist, and they break their wrist. We see a lot of those types of injuries on days like this too. So just, you know, all around, be careful out there. There's a lot of ways you can hurt yourself with a snowfall like this. It's pretty, but it's a little bit dangerous too.
And it is heavy. It is
really
heavy. I mean, you don't realize when you're shoveling, it's probably a shovelful is a couple pounds. So it's a workout.
And I live in a neighborhood with a lot of elderly people, and a lot of them hire snow removal services. I mean, that seems to be a smart thing to do. Money well spent.
Yeah. I think that's a smart thing to do, or maybe insurance companies should start covering snowblowers for older folks just to keep them out of the hospital. I think, you know, snowblowers are great, but do be careful if those things get plugged, which they do during this wet, heavy snow. Never stick a hand in there. That's a recipe for disaster, too.
Yeah, you see emergency room accidents all the time.
Yep. January reminders in Wisconsin.
And Doctor, it's been great working with you the last 3 or 4 years. It's been an honor. Thank you.
Likewise, Mark. Pleasure working with you, too.
All right. We'll be right back with a final check of your forecast.
Join Dr. Ashish M. Raval on January 11th at 5:30 p.m. to learn about the causes of shoulder pain and pain relief options. To register for the free online educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
Don't want your New Year's resolutions to fade fast? Keep your resolutions longer with Willie Street Co-op. Reduce your carbon footprint. Expand your culinary horizons. Improve your skills with new kitchen tools and cooking classes. Nourish your body with clean, fresh foods. Explore products from an array of BIPOC and LGBTQ+ vendors. Willie Street Co-op. Everyone is welcome.
It's a great time to have RG Heating and Air Conditioning check your home's furnace system for safety and efficiency. RG services all brands and installs quality Trane equipment to keep your home running smooth year-round. Call RG Heating and AC today.
Your logo can identify your company, inspire your customers, and energize your team. We're 4imprint, and we can help your logo create moments that matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Salonpas, makers of powerful pain relief patches for 89 years, believes in continuous improvement, like rounded corners that resist peeling, with an array of active ingredients and sizes to relieve your pain. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Join Dr. Ashish M. Raval on January 11th at 5:30 p.m. to learn about the causes of shoulder pain and pain relief options. To register for the free online educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
Alert day conditions continue through the early part of Wednesday morning. A little more snow Wednesday night before another winter storm Thursday night lasting through Saturday, and then bitter cold into next week. Details at 5. I'm First Warn meteorologist Alex Harrington. We are in alert day conditions right now, folks. Heavy snowfall is expected all day. Take caution while driving. Stay home if you can. For live updates and alerts on this winter storm, download the First Warn weather app. All right there, folks. There's our handy-dandy monitor. The winter storm that we were first to report 10 days ago is verified. We'll keep the alert day conditions going through tonight for 6 to 10 inches of snowfall. Seeing some periodic breaks in the snow, but we will see another few inches of snow across much of southern Wisconsin tonight. And again, our friends at the Storm Prediction Center saying that some of that snow could be coming down still at that rate of 1 inch per hour. And then we got another winter storm that the First Storm Weather Team is tracking for Thursday night, lasting through Saturday. We got to get ready for that one.
Seems to be letting up out there a bit.
Yep, just a little bit, but we'll see some ebbs and flows in that. Mark and Susan will have some more moderate snowfall at points yet tonight.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thanks, Alex.
Tomorrow here on Live Before, Dr. Zorba Pastor will be along with the latest medical news.
And we're going behind the wheel with Harvey Briggs in the next generation of the all-electric Nissan Leaf. That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
There's no telling what the next Wisconsin Lottery scratch game will bring. It's Miss Pac-Man, the new $3 instant scratch game based on the classic arcade game. Scratch each start position in the grid and follow the directions of the symbols. If your path runs into a bonus symbol or ends at a prize spot, you could win up to $30,000. Instant scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery. Odds are you'll like them.
We often get asked,
is it really free to hire Gruber Law Offices after an accident?
The answer is very simple. Yes. We don't get paid until we win your case. It costs you nothing up front to hire Gruber Law Offices. The call, the consultation, all free. You pay nothing until we win your case. It's just that simple. Call us today. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
There's something going around the Gordon home. Good thing Gertrude found Delsum. Now what's going around is 12-hour cough relief. And the giggles. The family that takes Delsum together feels better together.
When the hands that do the fixing need fixing. When the hands that do the caring need caring. That's a job for O'Keeffe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream and guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands. Also available in O'Keeffe's for healthy feet.
A logo can do more than identify your company. It can connect in meaningful ways, energize your team, and inspire your customers. We're for Imprint, and we know your logo on the right product can create moments that matter. With 30 years of experience and thousands of products to choose from, we guarantee your order will be right the first time, on time, and for a great price. Be certain that the right moments will matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at forimprint.com.
For Imprint, for certain.
Choice Hotels is a family of brands that helps you get the most for your money so you can be any traveler you want to be.
You could be a free hot breakfast hero at a comfort hotel.
Yes!
That's how you waffle. A romantic weekend escaper at a Cambria hotel. Or Mr. Get the Party Started. Hey!
Be a pool lounger or a big room relaxer. With 22 brands and the best value for your money, Choice Hotels has a stay for any you. Book direct at choicehotels.com, where travels come true.
Gotta get the corners.
In today's Final Touch, we head to Harbin in northeastern China.
With an average winter temperature of 4 below zero, it's a snow and ice sculptor's dream. Every year, sculptors from all over the world gather here to showcase a vast array of winter artwork made of ice and snow as part of Harbin's Ice and Snow Festival. 100 sculptors from 12 countries work for days to create magical snow sculptures with simple tools and their own hands. Some of the sculptures are designed to deliver deep messages such as advocacy for peace, while others may appear abstract or present elements of special culture, specific culture, that is.
See, winter can be beautiful.
So let's go out and make some of these with the snow in the backyard.
There you go.
That's our time for now. Thanks for watching. Be safe out there. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.